everyone, welcome back to Enigma's Cold War server in DCS, and welcome back to the F1, which I've been having a huge amount of fun playing recently. I just kind of really like it on the 70s weapon set, really like using the magic missiles, and here I just wanted to highlight a really fun single sortie that I had, where I managed to pick up my first clear ace in a sortie. So let's jump in and see how it all went. So here I am heading in. I was on my own at this point trying to link up with the others, and I see a 2-ship of F5s is on the way, and so decide to turn and head towards those. Trying to get visual ID on either of these. See, I'm now within 3 miles. And there is first one, so go for him, end up in the wrong weapon mode, so don't manage to get guns off there during the head-on, but all nice and fine, do manage to pull away and he doesn't get off shots either. At this point I am struggling a little bit. I can just see him on the far side of the FARP. Wrap around behind him here. He's doing some funky little maneuvers there. One thing to note is this was when Enigma was testing the 90 player count, I think, and the server was struggling a fair bit. But for the most part, we see this nice and smooth. I get a nice tone there. Fire, it would be too high aspect for just about any other missile on the server. But these heavy F1 missiles, the magics are just crazy. They just turn right off the rack, do a 90-degree turn, and can smack the enemy plane out. So yeah, really happy with that. Nice, happy first hit. The other guy did actually abandon his wingman. He flew south for a bit and then turns back to re-engage. If he had stuck with the plane he was with, he very probably could have taken me out there. Either way, instead he ends up heading back in on his own. I head back in on him and I start this fight in a pretty good situation. Just keeping an eye on him, making sure this is indeed the F5, and then tracking along with him. Getting close enough here that I can see his red camo skin. He does start turning very hard, but he's vertical, so I'm okay. I do fire a Fox 2. It is a hell of an angle. He does turn really hard and flare there. The missile does take the flare, but you can see him going in there. He doesn't actually manage to recover from that very steep dive that he entered. And so he goes into the ground, and I am absolutely calling that as a maneuver kill. He ended up in that dive while trying to avoid my missile, and so I think I'm fair enough claiming that that is my maneuver kill. If I didn't fire the missile, he would not be dead. Now, unfortunately, I don't get much of a break. Immediately after that guy goes down, I see that there's this other guy right on my 6. So do a roll there to try and make him overshoot. He does go high here. I am not in a great energy state. My alarms are beeping at me. You can see there he's in kind of a worse energy state. He stalls out at the top, and very nicely here I have a second Mirage coming in, and the second Mirage lines up on him perfectly during the stall, so as he's recovering out the stall here, the Mirage just closes in on him, and now he is in a lot of trouble. He's got one Mirage right on his 6 and me keeping the pressure from the side here, and there we see a MiG-21 coming in and helping out as well. So all of a sudden this guy's gone from a good situation on my 6 to having 3 on his 6. You can see there that we are getting some server lag, but he in the end goes down, possibly during one of the spikes during the server lag. Either way, I am free. And I head off back towards the south, towards Hamar, where Judas is currently being engaged and is currently out of fuel, getting critically low on fuel. So I come in to try and take some of the heat off it. You can see there in the EWR picture there are 4 planes within 10 miles. So this is a very contested area. We are just north of Hamar, which is the blue frontline base on this session. And I do just get good eyes on this F5, who doesn't see me. So pull onto his 6. The smaller missiles, I fire at the same time that he fires. I get him down. I'm not actually sure who he fired at. His missile doesn't seem to splash anyone. It certainly wasn't on Judas, or didn't hit Judas. He manages to continue to break away. Either way, I know that I'm definitely not out of the fire here. Can see there still plenty of planes right on top of me, and I just catch a glimpse here just above my canopy. There's this other F5, and again this F5 doesn't seem aware. I get eyes on, fire a missile, bang, there goes the 4th of the Sortie. Feeling pretty good, except there are still a lot of planes in the area, and I'm now out of sticks. Now, including one that is 2 miles away. My plan at this point is I actually have quite a lot of fuel. I've still got full cannon ammo, and so if I can force these guys to turn with me, I can bleed fuel for a while and let Judas get clear. And can see that nice enough this guy does see me, he does turn for me, and this does give Judas the opportunity to get back to base. Now the downside is I am not good at guns in general, and definitely not on the F1 here. I think the bullet velocity is actually a bit higher than I'm used to, so I keep overleading. By the way, trying to pull around on this guy. Just noticed here in the replay this is the same camo as the guy that I claimed a maneuver kill on. Don't know if it's the same guy. Very clear white and red camo though. And right now I'm not in an absolutely fantastic situation. I am in a rate fight against an F5, which on paper should win the rate fight. I have defueled heavily before taking off here. What I end up doing is taking 60% fuel and then take a fuel bag and then dump it whenever I need it, but I dumped it in the previous engagement, so I'm even lighter than that now. See there, I didn't give it quite enough lead. That was hugely high aspect that I was trying to make that shot. There again, I mess up. But he does seem quite happy to keep crossing my nose, and at this point I feel, well, sooner or later I'm probably going to get lucky. Unfortunately, just as I'm thinking that, he decides to continue a single turn, so he's not crossing my nose anymore, but he has bled off a fair bit of speed. I still got some speed here, so I'm trying to get around on him. Do certainly seem to be winning the rate fight here, even though that I'm on the bleeding edge of maximum AOA here. Try and pull in. Can see there that almost lost control of the plane. Too focused on getting the shot. See here, I'm getting a little bit snatchy with my shots, a little bit hopeful, wasting ammo. There I overled the target. There I underled the target. Really just bracketing either side of him. Not doing a good enough job here. I don't like these mobile pippers. I find it really hard to aim with them. You can see here I'm coming right up close to him. Can't possibly miss. That was my last bullet. And I'm just really lucky. That last bullet happens to go straight through his pilot. I get the kill while he's still in the air. So, there we go. That is 5 kills in a sortie, which is absolutely fantastic. What was not fantastic is immediately after that I realised that I had about 200 pounds of fuel left and a long flight home. I do manage to limp it back here. eking out the power, and then just as I'm on final, the power drops completely. The last bit of fuel runs out, and the Mirage doesn't seem to have much in the way of a battery. Loads of systems shut off as soon as the fuel goes. But I do manage to land it. Turns out I can't deploy my chute without power, but do slowly manage to come to a stop. So yeah, really happy with that. I'm quite happy claiming that maneuver kill. If I didn't fire that missile, the guy would not be dead, so I am definitely claiming that, and that means that that is definitely an ace in a single sortie, which I am really, really happy with getting one that's nice and clear-cut in the end. Now, we did fly some more here, but I'm deciding just to keep this video a little on the short side and just cut that after one sortie. But let me know what you thought, and if you'd like to see more F1 content in the future, let me know with a like or a comment down below. Otherwise, I hope to catch you in a future video. Till then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.